Hey guys, welcome back to the I Don't Even Know podcast. I'm Em. I hope you all are doing well. Today, I'm here for All Americans, Season 3, Episode 3. It's been 8 hours, 8 hours since I recorded Episode 2. Because I got back from my trip 2 hours before I did that. So, I finally got some sleep. I'm doing well. I passed out right after I recorded that. We're feeling better. Hopefully, I'll be good this episode and not so tired because I'm actually running on sleep. And I think it was great that I took my nap before this and slept literally until 7. I woke up at 6:55 because I set an alarm for 6:55 to make sure I was up and ready to go for this episode. And I'm happy I did because I think this was an episode that I needed to really be functioning functioning the best I could, in my state. It was just such an important episode, and I knew it was going to be from the promo, and I said this last episode, this episode was going to be important and have some serious topics, and we were just really going to go back to what the episode with the bomb threat was, or kind of in that way, because I said last episode that the promo reminded me of that, and I thought it was going to be similar, and it was in ways, but also wasn't. It did remind me of that though, and it reminded a lot of people because they were threatened because there was a fucking bomb threat, yeah, obviously, and then somebody from their school got attacked, because with the bomb threat, it wasn't, or actually it was their school, but it didn't actually happen, which I'm not saying, if it didn't happen, it wasn't a big deal. It was a huge deal. But, this wasn't just a threat, this was real. Somebody from their community got injured, and even though they did, all these new things to protect their students and really just make a change. That's what they were trying to do after the bomb threat. Specifically, Amara, she said to Nate that after the threat, she took her anger out on other things. And by that, she pushed for change to get more cameras and the safety alerts that helped that told them about the attack. She did all those things to try to help and make them feel safe, and it worked for a period of time, but obviously now now not so much. They've made changes by the end of the episode, thankfully, but it's I get why everyone was so upset, especially Nate, because as the president, or class president, or student body president, she's president of something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but she is, and she has been. It's her second year. She's trying to make a change, have a legacy to lead off on, and she's doing a good job. At the beginning, she did some questionable things. I don't know if going to the person who was attacked was the best idea when he wanted his identity to be a secret. That wasn't great. I get she wanted to talk to him, but if the person doesn't want their identity to be revealed or really talk about it and just wants to move on and case closed, you should respect it. Obviously you want to make a change. I'm all about that, but I also wouldn't want to go I wouldn't want to, what's the word? Oh my gosh. Why can I not think of the word? Overstep. That was not the word I was thinking of, but we're going to go with that. I don't want to overstep, I don't want to upset people, make people uncomfortable. So I probably would not have done that, but I get it. She wants to make a change. Everyone's freaking out. Amara wasn't really doing anything about it because she couldn't fast enough, and she didn't know really what to do, because right now no one wanted to talk to her, because she was a part of the faculty that helped get funding away from sports and change to athletics. Did she want that? No, but she's a part of that team and a part of the people who, like, did that and kind of supported it. They obviously don't want to, like, talk to her about it because they see what she did with that. It's like, oh, she's not going to be able to make a change, or she won't do something to help us. Like, she doesn't care about our well-being. They probably think that, which, I mean, I get it. It's like, there are still so many athletes at the school, even though a lot of them transferred, there are still some there, and even the ones that aren't, they were affected by this because of how everyone's reacting, the changes in the college. It's a lot, you know? And so, obviously, they're going to want to go to Nate, who maybe can make a difference, other than Amara, who could, but we don't know. Like, or now we know, but, like, in that moment, we didn't know if she was going to, and they were so upset with the faculty at the school and the staff and everything. They want to go to Nate, and I get it. I do. And I think Nate, for the most part, did a good job. Like, other than going to the guy that was attacked, that wasn't great. But, like, I get it. The speech, or at least the first speech, the second speech was great, and I'll get into that soon. But the first speech, it was good. I'll say that. It was a good speech. But when she started talking about the person who got attacked and that he was disabled, that's when I was like, oh, fuck. Like, no. Like, that was not a good idea. Like, there were only a couple disabled students at that school. You know, like, they're going to figure it out. Especially ones that can't walk. Like, it's not like he just said, like, they have, like, issues, not issues, but, like, they're disabled. But they said, she literally said, they can't walk. They got their wheelchair stolen. It's like, there are only a couple people there who have wheelchairs. Like, they're obviously going to figure it out. Especially with Ezra having cuts all over the face. Like, they were going to figure out it was him. Like, why would you do that after they literally said that? Like, I know you want to make a difference. You want to, like, to leave a legacy. Like, that was the big thing. Like, yeah, she wants to, like, help the students. She wants them to feel safe because it's their community. Like, you should feel safe at college. You should. Like, it's obvious. Like, you literally should. We shouldn't have to be worried about these kind of things. But we have to be because it's the world we live in. Even though as fucked up as it is, it's the world. Like, literally, we can't do anything about it. It's like, he didn't want to be the victim. Because I get what he was saying when he was like, if people find out it's me, I'm going to be considered the victim. I'm always considered the victim because of my state. And, like, I get it. And they went, like, completely against that. Like, if someone says that to you as a person or as a decent human being, you should respect it. Because, like, yeah, he is a victim, but everyone is going to see him as that for the rest of his life. But, like, he's not just a victim. He lived, he lived through it, obviously he's a victim, but he recovered from it. He's strong. He lived through it, you know? Like, he's moving on. He's getting better, like, moving on with life. Like, he's a survivor, like, and you're gonna do shit like that? No, that's not fucking right. Everything else in that speech, for the most part, was good. It was just that specific part. The fact that they were live streaming it, and even, like, the stuff about Amara. Like, Amara obviously wants to make a change, and she did by the end of it, but it's like, it takes time. Like, that I get. Like, yes, it should have been immediate, and it should have already happened, like, with more security, especially on campus. But, like, even the attack, it happened off campus. I don't care how off campus you are, or, like, not how, but there should be security off campus to a point. Like, it was a mile away or something like that from campus, and a lot of the upperclassmen live there. Like, you should have security where the upperclassmen live and a bit farther out, just for their safety, because obviously they're going to go out, they're going to do things. Don't you want to protect your community? You're trying to make a change. That's why she's in the White House working with the vice president. Like, and that's why she's president at the school. She wants to make a change. She wants to make a difference. She wants the students here to be safe, feel safe, and come together and do all these things. Like, without security, like, to protect everyone, you can't. Like, yeah, there should be a ton of security on campus. I think that should be up probably everywhere just for safety reasons. But, like, on campus too, like, give them something. It's like, off campus, like, people are going to be scared to go off campus, even though that's where some of them live, because there's not enough security. And especially after what happened with Ezra, they're going to be scared. Like, especially knowing it was like 5 or 6 people who attacked him just because they didn't like him and didn't like what he was doing. Which, what was he doing? He was just existing. It's like, what the hell is wrong with the world? Basically everyone, I mean. Like, people suck. Like, yeah. I think it was so upsetting to me because this stuff happens in real life all the time. Like, I'm in college. I'm not going to say where I go. But, like, I'll say I'm in college. Not right now because it's summer, but I am. And I get alerts all the time because what I will say is I live in the city. And I get alerts, like safety alerts, like once a week, at least. Like, sometimes more than once a week. Like, it's rare to go a week without one. And I see, like, things about students and people getting hurt and sometimes attacked and, like, hit and stuff happening to people. And it's so upsetting. It's like, they don't do anything. They literally don't. Like, I don't hear any kind of change. Like, yeah, we have security, but, like, they're not doing anything about it. Like, maybe they are, and it takes time, and that's where I kind of got where Laura was coming from. Like, I want to make a change. I'll talk to them. I'll go to the group at the White House, or, like, whoever, but it won't be until next month because it takes time. I get that, but, like, with this kind of thing, you have to be immediate, because people are still going to do that. Even when they do change it, people are still going to try to do that, but at least if you change it right away, maybe it will prevent it some way, or it will just protect the students. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I get it, Laura couldn't do it right away at first, but it pissed me off, and I get why Nate kind of went off at her. Didn't really appreciate it because she is her president. She is the president of the college, so I think going after president of your college and your best friend's aunt was not the best idea. But I also get it. Like, I do. And I don't think it was a good idea for Nate to throw, not really just her, but the board under the bus and be like, they say they can't do anything about it. They don't want to change. Like, they do. They just can't do it right away. Like, yes, it's fucked up and it should be immediate, obviously. Like, you should do it the second this shit happens. You should do something. Something to protect your students and the people who live near you. Like, you should just protect them, like, obviously. It's like, I get it. And, like, Nate's idea were, like, for helping this situation and protecting students, because obviously they can't do anything big right now. Like, they can't, or, like, they couldn't get more security cameras or, like, something to help them right away. Her idea of, like, finding someone to walk with, like a fellow student to walk with and make sure they get there safe, or, like, make sure both of you get to your destination safe, especially when you're off campus. It's smart. Like, I know so many people who do that. And I do think that's better than nothing. I mean, yeah, more security would be great, but even with security, I think that is a good option. Like, no matter how much security you have at, like, a college or something, and, like, off campus, you should still walk with someone. you feel safe with. I truly believe that, because you never know what could happen. Like I said, we live in a fucked up world. There's so much shit going on. It's like so many people don't feel safe. It's like, especially people like of color and like with disabilities, like it's like, and like different sexualities, like it's like you don't feel safe, you know, you don't. It's like, and even though it's not okay and it's so fucked up, like I think like right now everywhere you like don't, like you might not feel safe. Like there's some place you might feel safe, some place you might not. You should walk with someone always. Like I stand by that, and that was a good idea. I'm happy at first the students agreed with her and kind of were like, okay. Even though later it did not get the best responses because of Ezra, and people were reaching out to him, and people didn't like that he bashed like Amara and like the stuff she was saying. You know, like I get that, but overall I think, or besides a few things, she got the message out there. Like, it's a start for change. Was it the best way to do it? No, not really. But it got the message out there that she is trying to make a change, even though it might not look like it because the college isn't doing anything about it, and like everyone's upset at Nate for not making a change and not trying to make a difference. But she is, and her doing that speech and going live and showing everyone who was there and watching on the live stream, and like whoever watched the video later, she is trying to make a change. Like she is doing it. Especially because like the Yard Yak post about her earlier, like people don't respect her as a president because she focuses on things that are really important to her. Which, like, the things that are important to her are important in the world, like 100%, and I think she should focus not just on those. Like, yes, I think those should be a big part of like change, and what she's doing is great, but I do get like they want more, and they want like her to like make changes in other things, you know, not just religion and gender inclusion. Like those are big things, and obviously it's incredible that she's doing that, and I want her to keep doing that because those are huge things, and yes, those should be a top thing, but there are also other things that should be top, you know, and people just think she's doing it because those are important to her and they help her. And it's like, I get it. I get where they're coming from, but also it's like, at least she's making a change in something. Like, yeah, as a president, you shouldn't just, or not just, but you shouldn't mainly focus on the things that are important to you. You should ask everyone else what they want and what other people are struggling with to make everyone else, not everyone happy, but make a bigger change and make everyone feel safe. Like, she should do that. Do I think she should have been bashed on Yard Yak or whatever the hell that's called? No. I mean, I fucking forgot Yard Yak was still a thing. Like, the last time I remember Yard Yak was brought up was season 4, episode 16. Was it episode 16? I think it was episode 16. I might be wrong, but of All American, when Liv got bashed on Yard Yak by Wade. And maybe it was brought up since then. I feel like it might have been in Homecoming, like season 2. But that's like where I remember it, because I was very pissed off about my girl getting bashed on Yard Yak. It's like, and I'm mad about Nate getting bashed on Yard Yak as well. Like, I get you're mad, but she's a good president. She's making changes. She's working on making even more changes, and especially after like seeing that and her boyfriend talking to her about like making a difference in other things as well, she's going to make even more of a difference and leave even bigger legacy, because that's what she wants. She's a senior. It's her last year as president. She already changed so much. It made a big difference. She wants to make an even bigger one, to leave a legacy at Princeton and be like someone that people talk about when they think about the change that was brought to Princeton. and like at not just Princeton, HBCU, because it's probably like the stuff she's doing here might influence other people in other HBCUs to do it as well and change their ways and help students at their school. You know? Give her a damn chance. And I feel like that's where her storyline's gonna go this season. It's like with just trying to leave a legacy, trying to be a good president, and just making a change, you know? And she did. I mean, thankfully, after Ezra got mad at her for saying that because everyone found out it was him, which, again, wasn't her best moment. Like, that was not the best thing to do. I did not approve of that. But I'm happy that he went to her and said, all the shit he needed to say. It was like, no, I told you not to. Everyone's reaching out to me, asking me questions about it. I didn't want to be asked. I don't want to deal with this. And then, thankfully, Nate reached out to Ezra and wanted to talk to him. And, first of all, apologize for what she did, which I'm happy she did because, again, not smart, not good, no. And, apologize and, help him get the new wheelchair because the wheelchair he has, obviously got broken, and his wheelchair, helped him be him because, the color and, helped him feel strong. It was something like that. And he got one that wasn't great, and so she went to, the disability, not team, but group or program at the school to help get him a better one until the other one's ready, and gave him, these red things to really make it him and make him feel more confident. But, also, she went to him and talked to him about, how he felt about the new, thing they were going to do, and went to him about the speech that she was going to do, or, the new speech that she was going to give to talk about the new device that would help make Princeton safer, you know? And it was a good thing. I'm happy she went to him and apologized mainly, but also, with him to talk about, the things that they're going to do to make a difference, because, like I said, he was the victim. He was the one that this happened to. He deserved to know this and to, say what he thinks about it. Say, if that makes me feel safe, or not me, him feel safe, then yeah, let's do it. And I'm happy, he seemed to be all about it. I don't know if we're going to see him again, but I mean, I feel like maybe we will. I also feel like he was just a character to, get this storyline. Or, not even just the storyline, the story, moving. Because now we have the new, oh my gosh, why am I blanking? Device to help with security and make them feel safe, which I think is a great tool. I think, honestly, it might be better than, actual security guards, or not just guards, security, policemen or women, just police, out there. I think that might be better, because I think when you see police, you, that might show, not you're weak, but, might show, you're scared, or not even scared. I feel like when you see them, they're a bigger target, or, that makes you a bigger target, you know? So I feel like maybe, yeah, I still think security would be great, but with this device, small enough for them to not know, you have people looking out for you, you know? And, they can call police, they can get there, it'll help them. And Mara even went to, the White House about it, and they got approval for it, which I'm happy that she went to, her friend or, an associate to push it so they would have it sooner, because, like I said, sooner is better than later. I don't care, if the outcome for the future, if you wait longer, it's better. I think get something to start with something, and then, get to, the bigger picture, thing. Let's start with something to keep them safe for the time being. But I think this is great. For now, obviously it's not going to fix the issue, and, this there's probably going to be some sort of issue, and I don't know why. I have a feeling that one of, like, the mains are going to have to use it at some point. I don't know why. I feel like that might happen. Which, like, would make sense why they're bringing it in, but, like, also, it's, like, a safety thing, you know? So, like, we'll have to see. I mean, I just think it was a great way to, like, make a small change and, like, make a change until, like, we can make an even bigger change and get more security off campus. I still think more security off campus would be great, but I loved in, like, the video, not promoting it, but, like, telling them about the product that, or the device that Amara was in there, and showed, like, she is trying to make a change. It's not just Nate, like, she's working on it. It takes time, you know, because everyone thought, like, she wasn't doing shit after what Nate said, first of all, and after, like, everything that happened with that academic, like, thing. They all thought that she didn't care about, like, what they wanted, and she does, and she showed that by, like, going to the White House, and, like, and that is why she is there, to make a change. Like, yes, she also took the job to distract from the whole Marcus situation, which I don't know if taking another job in a different state and having two is a good distraction. I'm happy she did it because, like, this will help make a change at Princeton and HBCUs. But, like, now knowing that the reason she took it was to distract, I don't know if that's so great. I feel like maybe she needs a therapist to talk to. Because, like, yes, I think distracting yourself, like, when you're going through heartbreak, like, everyone does it. Like, that's a great thing to do. I just don't know if that kind of distraction is the best, because it is stressful, you know? Especially, like, now we know the reason, like, Simone was acting, like, insane this episode was because she missed Damon and, like, just misses him. I mean, like, they were friends before, like, good friends before, and she doesn't only miss him as her boyfriend, she misses him as her friend, and, like, everything's weird now, and, like, they can barely talk, and, like, oh my gosh, like, she broke up with him to focus on herself, or, like, for both of them to focus on themselves and make a difference, and she doesn't think she's doing a good job, and she doesn't think it was worth it, or, like, you know, and, like, it is for him, because he's doing incredible. Like, he had trouble at first, but now we know, like, he's playing some of the best baseball of his life. Simone, on the other hand, is being kind of a bitch to everyone, or at least her teammates, and, like, lost her game. You know, like, it's not going very well for her. I'm happy, like, by the end of the episode, she came around and apologized to everyone and was, like, the supportive leader that she apparently was last season, because this is her second year as captain. And so I'm happy, because, like, even in season 1 before she was captain, we saw how supportive she was, or for the most part. Like, there were some moments, but everyone was being a bitch to her, to be fair then. So, like, girl could go off all she wanted. But, like, we know what she's like. She loves to make a difference, and, like, and just not advocate, but, like support people. And that's what she loves. And, you know, we weren't seeing that, like, at all at first. Like, girl was being a bitch to all her teammates. And, like, I get it was, like, to distract, but also because she, like, needed, like, them to do well at the invitational. I think it was an invitational. Hopefully it was. But to make the breakup worth it. So she did her best, you know? And, like, Molly, I think that's her name, Molly said, like, she's heard such great things about Simone, who's, like, wants to make a difference, and, like, so supportive, and helps everyone, and she sees how she is, and she's being a literal bitch. Like, I don't blame Tootie for calling her Thea 2.0, or not Thea 2.0, just calling her Thea. Like, did I like Thea season 1? Yeah, I loved her. I mean, was she a bitch? Yeah, but I love my bitchy characters. I think with Simone, I didn't like it because she isn't always like this. I think when like love a character that's bitchy. They start out that way and then maybe grow to be better, or just act like a bitch the whole time, or just have their moments. Like when a character I love that's not really bitchy and is a nice person starts acting that way, I kind of like, like let's not do that, And she was kind of acting like Thea in season 1, and Thea was a bitch, to say the least, especially to Simone. And you're wondering why everyone's doing poorly. Like, yes, there are other reasons too. Like, the attack fucked up the students. They're all stressed. They're all going through it, and like worried it's gonna happen to them, and worried they're not safe, and just like I said, worried about the safety of everyone in their school. Like, yeah, but I think being a bitch and like pushing them and calling them out and saying shit is not the best way to like really get the message out there and push them to be better. Especially like Molly, like I said, like Molly was ready for Simone to be like this great leader, and she acted like bitch. Like, I don't blame her for walking out. Are you kidding? And those 4 other people, or at least actually I think 3. So I think Molly was the 4th. I don't blame them. Like, if I were her, or if I were any of them, I would too. I mean, you want a leader or like a captain to be motivational, supportive, and actually help you, not be a bitch. Like, they can be a bitch to a point to like really get you working hard and to push you, but not in that way. And like Simone was like, oh, it's tough love. Like, no, it's bitch love. Like, that is so rude. Like let's pipe down. Like, girl, I mean, I was thinking this last episode, girl was all over the place last episode. Like, all over the place. And then was even more this episode, so I'm happy we kind of got around to why she was acting that way. Kind of got her back to her old self. Because if she stayed like this for any longer, it was going to piss me off, first of all, but also affect the tennis team. Because, like, they almost lost 4 players. They thankfully got them back. But it's like, she's pushing them way too hard and pushing herself. Like, another hour or whatever or 2 of lifting. Like, she made them all do that just because, like, we need to be ready. Which, yes, but they also need to not wear themselves out, Like, let's go to the coach and see what the coach has to say before you do it, And, like, she literally kicked Molly off. Like, Molly didn't only walk out. Like, she kind of did. But she literally kicked her out. Like, you are not the coach, girl. I love you, but you're not the coach. Like, what do you think the coach was going to do if she found out? Which I feel like she maybe did. But, like, you need to be supportive, and like I get you're going through it because of Damon and like just trying to prove yourself, and also because the attack, like I said, it fucked up with everyone. Like, I get it, everyone was on edge. It's like that's not the way to do it, like, especially after like last episode, she was all over the place, but then at the end she found her footing and was like, I'm gonna do sports advocacy, that's my major. Like, she came up with like a new major, got it signed, like everything was good, a specialized degree, we got all that. I thought after that she found her footing, it was gonna be like not crazy, but all over the place. But, like, that was not the case. She very much was all over the place. And it's just like I'm so happy she got back on like her footing. And shout out to Tootie. Honestly, last season I fucking hated her. Like, if you listen to my episodes from like season 2, because I did 9, I think 9, no, not 9, 8 episodes. I did the first 8, and then I was going through it mentally, so I had to take a break. By break, I mean the 6-month hiatus disappeared on here. But in those like episodes that she was in, I would talk about how much I hated her because she was a bitch. Oh my gosh, I despised her. And like, I'm loving her now. Like, honestly, I'm so happy she changed and she's better. Cause like, her talking to Simone and being like, you need to calm down. Like, you need to figure out what's going on with you, because this is not tough love. This is bitchy love. Like, you're not even love. You're just being a bitch. Like, we lost 4 people. You're pushing yourself like crazy. You're pushing everyone else like crazy. Like, no one's going to do well with you acting like this. You want to be a leader, but this is not the way to do it. Like, tough love, it's tough, but it's still love. That was not. It's like, shout out to Tootie, like, my gosh. And also just checking in on her and being like, you need to, like, relax. You need to, like, figure out what's going on with you so we can win. Like, honestly, character development. Like I'm really liking her. And I like how her and Simone are not, like, friends, but, like, they're honestly they're kind of friends, you know? They're better teammates than what they were, because they hated each other. Like, oh my gosh, and I hated her too. But it's like, I like seeing them like this, especially because with everything that's going on with, like, the athletics and, like, just the school and everything like that, they need to, like, be an actual team and be there for each other. And they were at the end of it, especially at the Invitational. Like, I'm happy we finally got to see, like, a tennis match, because, like, I miss that. I know it's only the 3rd episode. We have 10 episodes left, I think. Yeah, 10. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. 10 episodes left. Like, so we're still at the beginning. We're gonna see more and more. But I was upset last episode that we didn't get, like, almost any, and we didn't get much in, like, the first episode, or almost any in the first either. And, like, it upset me, because that's one of the big things about the show is tennis and Simone's journey. And so I was so happy we got to see an actual match and see not just Simone play, but other people play as well, and see the practices. And, like, yes, Simone did lose, which isn't great, but, like, I'm happy that she was still supportive to everyone else. And, like, what Molly said to her outside about, like, or, like, not outside that classroom about, like, she had a bad coach, she, like, quit, and then she came back because she loved it, and, like, talked about, like, how, like, what Simone's being like and all this shit. It, like, made her go back to the way she was. And even though she lost, she was still supportive and cheered everyone on that won, because I think Tootie won and Molly won. Not sure who else. But, like, I'm liking it, like, with, like, seeing more. And I think we're going to probably see more of Simone being kind of, like, a mentor to Molly, which I'm down for. I think that would be really cute. Especially because, like, she's a freshman. And like Tootie said, the team is mainly freshmen. Or not mainly, but, like, a lot of them are freshmen. And like Tootie said, like, being hard on them isn't going to help them. Like, they're young. They're just starting off in college. So, like, they're going to struggle. Like, they're not going to be the best they can be. And I'm thinking, because they brought Molly in and, like, had these scenes with Simone, that they're kind of leading down that way. And, like, she's going to help her. Which we already we didn't get to see it, but Simone did help her with her serve, or, like, her second serve, or whatever it was called. And it made a difference because she won her match. So I think that's maybe the way we're going. I don't know. I'm trying to, like, think now that we're, like, a couple episodes in. This is when, like, the storylines kind of form and we kind of see where things are going. And we kind of are, honestly. Like, with Nate, I think we still have to see, like, in the next few episodes where it's going. But I think her main storyline this season is president and trying to make a difference and leaving a legacy and all of that. And then, like, Simone is going to be maybe being, like, a mentor to Molly, but, like, being leader and the captain and, like, trying to make it to the championship. And not only that, like, with her injury or whatever it's going on with her, but we found out at the end of the episode, we still have to see with next episode what is happening, because, like, her arm is sore from where she hit it last, or, like, the ball hit last episode. But then the other one also is as well. And, like, she knows her body and something's wrong. So that's probably where her storyline's going as well. Like, it's that, and also Damon. Like, dealing with Damon. Like, she kind of is getting, not over it, but, you know, like, working on it and, like, coming to terms with it, but it's still bothering her. So I think that, and also Lando. I mean, Simone's the main character, so girly probably is gonna have, like, multiple storylines, and I'm gonna have to figure it out. But I think the main one is obviously tennis, because that is what the show is, about her tennis journey, but also, like, her maybe injury or whatever is going on with her body, which we have to see next episode. That's the only one that's not the only one I'm pretty sure about with storyline wise. We know Marcus is going to be about his son now. So apparently he has a son. Not only does he have a son, he has a 14-year-old. Like, I get your wife lied to you and, like, hid this from you, but how the hell do you go 14 years without knowing you have a child? Honestly, I don't know why I'm asking myself that, because I'm currently watching 911 Lone Star, because I watched 911 a couple weeks ago for the first time, and I'm watching Lone Star now, and someone also did find out they had a son, like 14, 15 years after, maybe even more. So, like, I get it. I don't get it. So, like, it's not shocking, because this happens in shows all the time, but it's still, like, what the hell? Like, I'm so confused why Crystal didn't tell him. Like, yeah, I know she ran off and, like, wanted to get married with someone else, or I'm pretty sure that was what happened, or I'm thinking of something else. But it's like, I feel like that's something you would somehow figure out. Because the difference is with, like, Lone Star, the guy was drunk when he slept with the person, so he didn't even remember sleeping with her. Marcus remembers he was married. So, like, I feel like somehow he should have figured it out. And, like, my question is, why didn't the kid try to, like, find him? Like, yeah, sometimes in those situations, especially when it's just the mom, and, like, they have issues with the dad, or, like, something happens, they try to, like, say, like, or either they say they just left, or, like, they try to, like, paint them as bad guy, I don't know. So maybe, like, she just didn't want to explain it to him and didn't want to tell him about him. So, like, maybe, but I'm just confused how you don't know. 14 years and you don't know about your child. And now, like, he doesn't even want to tell Crystal that he knows. Like, obviously he did. But, like, he was saying to JR, he doesn't want to talk to Crystal about it. He doesn't even know if he wants to meet the son, because it's been 14 years, and also because of what he posted on Instagram about, like, his stepdad being the dad that stood up or stepped up. It's like, I mean, do you blame the kid? No, because you have not been around, and he doesn't know what happened with you and his mom. You could explain to him, I had no idea you existed. Like JR said, it's better to go to him now than not, and for him to find out about you and then find out that you've known for a while. You know, it's better to go now when you, like, just find out. I mean, yes, it may be a shit show. It might not be great. He might hate you. But at least you did the right thing and went to him. You know? It's like, and, like, tried. You tried. That's better than not going and being like, oh, you know, no. And then he tries to find you and be like, oh, you're a dick because you knew about me for a while and you didn't do anything. It's like, what the hell? Like, I don't know why I'm not surprised this is a storyline. Because, like, it seems fitting. And, like, I feel like I should call these things, because this happens in shows quite a bit. But still throwing me off. But, like, because, like, how did he not know? I feel like somehow he should have known. Because he was married to her. I don't know how long he was married to her, because I don't remember that. But it's like, I feel like he should know. And also, I want to say, I don't blame Amara, like, walking out when he said that, because, like, she is still brokenhearted. You know, like, she found out you were still technically married when you guys were together. Like, she's still, like, recovering from it. Like, she's not going to want to deal with anything related to Crystal. Like, I'm happy she came at, like, at the end of it and, like, apologized and kind of gave him advice about the situation, about how you have a son. and all that, and like got him to call her, or pushed him even more to call Crystal. It's like, I don't blame her. Like, shout out to her for giving him the advice though, and JR. Like, JR really came through with that shit. And like, because JR was right about how, like, his dad at first, like, him and his dad are fine now, but he was a dick. And like, Marcus was basically, I'm pretty sure this is what he said, or I'm like blanking and thinking of something else, but Marcus was basically his dad, and was like Noah said, the dad that stood up or stepped up. It's like, he's a good guy, like, and like, you should like get to know him, talk to him, like, figure it out. Like, you never know what could happen. Like, at least if he hates you, you gave it a try. You know, it's not like you didn't. JR really came through this episode, though, with, like, helping people. Just like he did with Simone. Like, I'm living for JR and Simone's friendship. I always said I wanted more of them. I'm happy we're finally getting it now that he really is, like, not taking over Damon's spot, but he kind of is, because he's, like, the main guy right now. And I like how he was there for her with the Damon situation. And even though he is Damon's brother, he was like, you know, you can talk to me. Like, it's fine. And, like, he told her how he was doing and talked about all that. And then at the end of the episode, he just was, like, checking in on her about the shoulder. And even before the end of the episode, like, he asked her about her shoulder. And it was just, like, checking in on her. Like, good friends. Like, I love friends. Like, I love good friends that aren't toxic. That's why I love Nate, Simone, and Keisha, even though Keisha was not in this episode today, and it really pissed me off. Like, I'm sorry, where the hell was she? Because he kept saying, oh, she's running off, doing things, and it's reminding me of last episode with that weird text she got, and maybe her lying to Cam. I mean, like, maybe those have something to do with each other? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, who the hell knows? Like, that's why I love the three of them, though, like I said, because they are, for the most part, not toxic. Like, they have their issues, but they're there for each other. Like, Nate gave Simone advice about tennis and being, like, the captain and leader, and, like, stop being a bitch. And, like, doing what she has to do to get everyone to work hard, like, and all that. And then, like, Simone telling Nate, make a difference, like, do a speech, like do something, like, and pushing her to do it. Like, yeah, Nate didn't do the speech that Simone had in mind, but, you know, it was something. No, it was something. And, I mean, I just love their friendship. And I just love how JR is, like, a big part of their friendship, their group now. Especially now that he's closer with Simone, and also Keisha, because, like, the whole surgery thing, or procedure. And he's obviously close with Cam as well. Like, I'm loving this. I really am. And, like, even though oh my gosh, I can't talk. I'm so sorry. Even though we don't know really much about the baseball and how it's going, and, like, getting it back, all we know is he is back to how he was, or, like, as strong as he was before he got sick, which is incredible, and I'm so happy for him. I'm excited to see, like, where it's going, because obviously he's still working on it. He hasn't told Marcus what he's doing yet. Lando is the only one that's helping him right now, and I think that's probably good that he didn't tell Marcus yet, because apparently Marcus is the coach of the track and field team, so at least we know that one didn't get cut. Do I care about it? No, but that's apparently not the one that got cut. And, like, he is taking classes, or he's in graduate school. Oh my gosh, grad school. And also, he just found out he is a father. So obviously he has kind of, like, some stuff going on he needs to focus on. So I get him not telling him, but I feel like he's gonna have to eventually, because they're gonna need some extra help. Like, yes, Marcus isn't really great probably on, like, some terms with the people on the board, because he did not blackmail, but not bet. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, he just the way he did save the baseball team wasn't great, and they're probably not on great terms with him for that. And the athletes that stayed, even though most of them left, the ones that stayed probably aren't thrilled with him. So I guess we have to see. I'm just happy that Marcus's storyline isn't just bringing back baseball, because he is a series regular, and I was wondering what he was gonna do, especially after finding out that baseball was getting cut in the first episode. I was like, okay, and then he wasn't in last episode, so I was like, how is this gonna play out? And now knowing that his storyline's about his son, I feel a bit better. Am I the biggest fan of Marcus? No, not really, but I feel like this is better than him trying to save baseball, because I kind of want it to be JR and Lando doing it, and then once they do, or like once they get closer, they'll bring him in, you know? I don't know. That's how I feel. It's just, I'm happy I know what he's bringing into this season and why he's a series regular, because we don't know shit about Thea. Like, we know about Keisha right now, and like how her storyline's probably gonna evolve around JR and like their soon to become relationship or hookup, and like whatever she's lying to Cam about. But we don't know anything about Thea, and she wasn't even in this episode, and I don't even think she's gonna be in the next episode either. Like, I watched the promo all excited because I knew from the synopsis, like we got like a week ago or something, that it's Simone's 21st birthday, or I'm pretty sure that's next episode, and I'm hyped because Spencer's 21st episode, impeccable. I have never had such a good time watching an All-American episode. I was having a blast. Like, my episode about it, I remember I was like literally talking about, I had so much fun. I loved Daniel playing drums. Like, it was a great time. And like, I'm excited like to see it. And like, I was excited to see the promo because like I want to know what it's like. Obviously it's not as happy because she has to she's at the doctor's and like asking for an MRI because she knows something wrong. And with that, and like the promo, that doctor being like, everything's fine. I personally believe if you tell a doctor that like something's wrong, I need you to figure it out. And like, something's wrong, I know my body. Like, I don't care, you said like nothing's wrong. I need you to like do tests or figure something out. I think you should listen to them. I think the doctors should listen to them because you know your body better than anyone else. I don't care if you're a doctor and you have a degree and like some sort of shit. It's like, you know yourself and your body better than anyone. So hoping they'll listen. I'm hoping nothing's wrong. Obviously there's something's going to be wrong, but I hope it's not as bad as I think and it won't affect her tennis. Cross my fingers. Like, bitch, I just want her to thrive. Like, my gosh, is it too hard to ask? Like, I just want her to make it and win a championship. Like, I just want her to thrive. Like, are you kidding? Like, other than that, for next episode, we have her party. And, like I said, I don't think Thea's gonna be in it, because I didn't see her in the promo. Maybe she'll show up at the party, but I don't think she will. And I'm just wondering where she's gonna come in and why the hell she's a series regular. It's like, I'm happy she is, but it's gonna piss me off, because I was expecting her to be in these episodes as a series regular. Like, maybe missing in, like, 1 or 2, maybe 3. But the fact it's, like, we're 3 episodes in right now. 4th next week, and we still have not really seen her. Like, we saw her for 5 minutes. Or not, no, like, 2-3 minutes, episode 1. Like, I thought she was gonna have something to do with tennis, but she's not even playing anymore. Or if she is, we don't know where the hell she is. Or, like, if she is, she's, like, doing it somewhere else. I just hope she's somehow in next episode celebrating Simone's 21st. And if she's not, well, if she is and if she's not, I hope Simone has a good ass time on her 21st and they go crazy. I mean, I'm excited for the party. I'm always down for a good party and like a distraction from everything else happening in shows, because this damn show stresses me out so much. Like, there's so much shit that's always happening, and it's like, oh my gosh. Like, we know next episode Lando and Simone might kiss. It's the promo, which, I mean, we knew it was gonna happen. I mean, like, even though she's not over Damon, I still think she wants to be with Lando. And she still loves Lando. Because I said, like, last episode. Even though last episode she didn't say she's, like, not over what happened with Damon and she misses him. I still stand by the fact that she wants to be with Lando. You know? And I think they're going to kiss next episode, or almost kiss. And then they're going to, like, kind of build up. Like, they're going to go from that to, like, being together. Maybe. I don't know. I just hope we get answers about everything. Because specifically Simone. But also, I want to know what's going on with Keisha. Because it is pissing me off. And she wasn't in this episode. That's why I didn't know. And Cam wasn't in this episode either. Which I don't really care much about him. I just want to know what's going on with Keisha. And then I want to see Gabby next episode. And I think she was in the promo. Or at least I'm hoping I saw her. Because I want to see her and JR not fight and be solid before they break them up to make Keisha and JR a thing. Because it is obviously going to happen. But other than that, I don't know what I want next episode, and I don't know what the hell's gonna happen next episode. Like, the one thing I think I already said it, but I'll say it again, even if I did, because I don't remember. I think Simone's gonna find something out, like, that something's wrong. There's something going on with her. I think that's gonna be probably by the end of the episode. Like, her 21st is gonna be ruined because she, like, gets a call from, like, about the MRI or something, finds out something's wrong, and that'll affect her tennis. I obviously hope not. I hope it's nothing, but I feel like that might happen. I don't know. But I think I'm just going to end the episode here because, like, I don't know what else is going to happen next episode. And it's stressing me out because this, like, kind of, like, told me, like, what's going to happen this season or, like, storylines, like I said. And now I'm stressed. So thank you so much for listening. I will see you guys next week for episode 4 and Simone's 21st birthday.